Welcome to the Triple C Suite. Thanks for joining us today. I'm your host, Joe Cleary. I'm an Associate Professor of Construction Management here at Cal Poly. I'm also the Director of the California Center for Construction Education. Today, we're going to continue talking to our ambassadors with our Meet the Ambassador series.
Hi, I'm Jade. I am a second-year CM student.
Hi, I'm Elise. I'm also a second-year CM student with a minor in real property development.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. And why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do for the CCCE?
So I work on marketing materials, graphic design, and earlier in the year I was also working on the Carpenter's Apprenticeship program.
I'm mostly in charge of planning the NICA golf outing, which is this Monday, so super exciting. And then I also help out setting up info sessions and other special projects.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about how you got hired for the CCCE role.
Yes, so one day you approached me and you told me that I should try out for the CCCE. Yes.
Yes, so my training is excellent. And
yes, exactly.
You're welcome. Elise, how about you?
I saw Emily Edmondson sitting at the front desk a lot, and I always thought that was super cool. So I texted her over spring break, and I asked if there were any other positions like hers, and it was pretty good timing. She was trying to get the golf tournament off her plate for this year. And then it was originally kind of its own independent thing, but it became a CCCE responsibility this year, so I got hooked up that way.
Great. Awesome. So within your CCCE responsibilities, what are some of the biggest skills that you needed, in order to do your tasks?
I think effective communication and time management. Emails can get lost pretty fast, and responsibilities can stack up pretty fast as well, especially when we were organizing the ASC conference. So staying on top of tasks, programs, designs, I think that was the main thing for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same thing with Jade. Like, communication is massive. You don't realize how quick the emails are going to come at you until they're all coming at you at once. Mm-hmm. But then organization too, like, every event we put on, obviously we have to think about like venue and food if it's that kind of thing, but there's so many tiny little details, and you want to make sure you've thought through all of them in advance, so definitely organization is important.
Awesome. And so what are some of those skills that you've learned while working for the CCCE that you hope to carry into your career in the future?
So much. This is really my first job where I've been able to look at how events, like huge events, are really planned and put out really, and to be successful. Again, just organization, seeing how Kelsey stays on top of everything and thinks about every little detail from merch to staffing to food. It's really impressive. So I guess same thing as Elise, just learned so much about organization and event planning.
Yeah. I've just learned that everything takes about twice as long as you expect it to. So it's like, if you're starting something early, you're really starting it right on time. Yes. If you're starting it on time, you're starting it late.
That's a good answer.
Learn by doing is the mantra of Cal Poly. So maybe you want to talk about what was your biggest screw up so far?
Joe, what do you think my biggest screw up so far was?
I think you're all doing great, but so a lot of the times that there's some learning opportunities and some timing things. I mean, nothing comes to mind, but typically we're our own worst critics. So there's probably things that you saw that you did that I probably didn't see by the time I reviewed it.
Yes. So actually for the program for the ASC conference, I was looking through it after it got, printed, like 250 copies. I was looking through it, and then I noticed that there was this tiny little detail. It was like the times were printed wrong for like one paper session. And I was like, shoot, there's 250 copies of this just lurking out there now. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of like little scripts that have just like kept happening, like, again, time. I think I've ended up in a little bit more of a time crunch with some tasks than I thought I would have. But then I've also, on multiple occasions, like, especially when, like, the career fairs come around and you're confirming details with everyone and you're kind of sending the same message to everyone, you're responding to all the emails. I think 2 or 3 times now I've responded and called an industry professional by the wrong name.
Nice.
No one really sees that most of the time, but it's happened quite a few times.
Yeah, and then when you meet them in person, you're like, sorry, thanks for showing up anyway.
That's
right?
why you sign a CCCE team, so they can't trace it back to you.
Not at least Blomquist.
No, never. No.
Right. Well, and we've got an app, so all of the information is up to date on the app. So if something is not printed, you're like, oh, well, double check the app. It might have been updated.
Exactly. Very nice.
So what do you think? Working for the CCCE, what's the best part?
I feel like this is a cheesy answer, but the people. I think that the people that I work with and also that I work under are all great, super fun to be around, super great team players, and just all around really nice and generous people who are always willing to help and cheer you up.
Awesome. Well, and that's great because, for anybody who was watching, we've got several seniors that are graduating, so we're recruiting some new members. So you keep telling them that. But, what else? Elise?
I mean, yeah, it's a personal question, but that also is just the right answer. Yeah, I love all the people I get to work with. It's super cool because, teachers I've never had, you see them pass through the office every day on the way to get coffee. You say hi to them, and then all of a sudden you're having a conversation with them, and then you're asking them about their weekend. It's it's super cool having these personal connections with other students and faculty and just people you would never run into. Now I can have a very casual friendly conversation with a bunch of fourth years that I never would have known the name of had I not been able to work here. And I mean, it just I don't know, it just makes life in the department so much more fun. Being able to wave to more people, being able to have friendly conversations. And I mean, it's an important skill for the industry too. We're going to be working so collaboratively one day, so it's nice to be able to, I don't know, get to know people on a personal level and make strong connections.
It makes you feel even more involved in the department, and I feel like CM is a department that it is already pretty easy to feel quite involved in. So
construction is a team sport.
Yes,
right? So
very much.
That's great. So speaking of recruiting some new members, so as we're trying to find some people to come in and help us out as our seniors graduate, I don't want to say that we're going to replace them because they're irreplaceable, but we do need some people to do their roles. What would you say to someone who's considering working for us at the CCCE?
Do it.
Highly recommend.
Highly recommend. Genuinely, it's been so fun to come in almost every day and work with some of my best friends. So, yeah, I really don't have anything negative to say about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's definitely an honor too. It's an honor to be able to represent your department as a student, but as an ambassador too, as a professional. And so it's definitely a pretty solid responsibility, but it's 100% worth it. It's
super rewarding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that title too, ambassador, we use that because you're typically the first face, and before that even, the email that most of the industry members receive comes from you all in the team. And then when industry members arrive, whether it's for an info session or a CMAC meeting or to come to a career fair, you're the people that are greeting them and helping them sign up for their tables. And so being an ambassador, is kind of a great honor because you are the first people that are representing us to the industry. But did you have any nerves as an ambassador the first time you started in this role as we started meeting people from the industry?
You had nerves?
I did have nerves, yeah. Because I think if I'm correct, I might have put on the first info session of the year, which was my first time running an info session. I had never set up the technology or anything before. So it turns out everything was in the right place. I just didn't know how to work it. So me and the recruiter, we were having some technical difficulties. But it ended up being super chill. I interviewed with them the next day, and they liked how I was able to kind of hold it together under times of stress. But yeah.
I remember when I was designing my first graphic, it was freshman year, I was sitting at the Scout, and I was probably there for 3 or 4 hours. I made like 5 different versions of this one template with like all different colors and layouts. And I was so nervous because it was like my first graphic that I was ever going to send Kelsey. And I was so scared, and she ended up liking it, so it was good. But I remember being like very jittery for those first 3 hours. Yeah.
Did you send her one version or like all 5 variations?
No, I sent her all. There might have been like more variations actually. Like I sent her all of them. I was like, do any of these work? Do you like any of this? Yeah.
And it worked out, right?
It worked out.
Perfect. So, anything else you'd like to add, right? What you want to talk about your time with the CCCE? Because you both got a couple of years left.
We do.
What do you hope to accomplish over the next couple of years?
I feel like
Tough question.
yeah, I know.
Hard-hitting journalism.
Hard, yeah, seriously. I feel like I just hope to improve on my technical skills with design. I would love to learn just more softwares. I would love to enlist Sophia, who's our current graphic designer, to maybe teach me some of her skills because she's an awesome graphic designer. So I'd love that. And I'm just super excited to continue my involvement with the CM department, with all these people that I don't know, enjoy hanging out with so much. Yeah, just excited.
Awesome.
Yeah. I mean, this year, the putting on the golf tournament has been a real learning experience, and I've kind of been, I don't want to say playing it safe, but doing things we've done in the past that I know will be successful. But I don't know. I think next year it might be fun to, I don't know, take it to a new level, try something a little different, just make something that I'm even more proud of.
So with that, I think one of the big things that's coming up, right, where next year will be on semesters. So have you thought about how the semester change is going to affect what we do at CCCE with calendar, with info sessions, or any of those things that would be different?
I think having the info sessions start earlier in the year is going to be a really nice thing, just because, some companies tend to get pretty competitive when it comes to internships. So now we'll be able to compete with schools like Chico State and Boise State, by having some of those companies come sooner. Because not a lot of times, but, every once in a while a company would roll around that I really wanted to get a spot with, but most of their spots were taken, or the location that I wanted to be in was already taken for the next summer. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I just got back to school last week. What do you mean there's like no spots for me? I just finished my internship 2 weeks ago. So I think being aligned with a lot of our, I don't want to say competitor schools, but a lot of other schools who with students who have similar aspirations. I think it's going to be that, like, being on their schedule is going to be helpful for internships for sure.
And that's what we found out too, is most of the other schools, construction management most of the other schools with construction management programs kind of in the West are on that semester schedule. And so even though, we are, most of our students aren't going to work at San Luis Obispo, they're going to SF or Sacramento or San Diego, but also as far as, the Phoenix, the Denver, Austin, entire West Coast. So being in competition with the schools around here, I think is going to be, being on the same schedule is going to be helpful for those positions where you may not have even been aware that there was a spot you wanted to go. There's 1 or 2 spots and they're already gone by the time you've heard of it. So those are some opportunities. Yeah. What else?
What else for this? I honestly don't know how much the semester conversion is going to affect us. I'm personally going to be gone in the fall, so hopefully by the time that I get back, things will be just so adjusted.
Where are you going?
Seamless. I'm going to Madrid. Hopefully, theoretically. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out right now. I'm not going through a program, so I'm just going and figuring it out.
Studying abroad. All right. Well, that'll be exciting.
I'm really excited.
How's your Spanish?
My French is better. Yeah, I'll learn.
All right.
Yeah, hopefully I'll come back fluent.
Yes, that would be awesome.
That would be awesome. I'll speak some Spanish on this podcast in a year's time.
Good. Yeah. Well, you're going to have to learn some.
Right.
Like how to eat. Where to go, directions, money, those things.
Where's the baño? Yeah.
Yep.
The baño.
It's gonna be great.
All right. So, anything else you want to add for the CCCE? for on your podcast debut.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah. I'm super excited about this project, and I'm super excited to meet our new ambassadors for next year. We've got a great team here, and I'm excited to expand our family even more.
Can't wait.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, looking forward to it. And thank you for joining us today and participating in the episode. And we will continue with a couple of ambassadors just in a, video magic.
Yeah.